This is a bad way to start a YouTube video because I want to do some math, but you're gonna like it. And here's what I mean. I want to look at how scarce Bitcoin really is mathematically, because I don't think that most people get how scarce Bitcoin really is. What is it they say about quantum mechanics? If it doesn't completely blow your mind, you haven't understood it. The same is true for Bitcoin. About 4 million Bitcoins are lost forever. And here's what you need to know about that. A lost coin is kind of like a dead pixel in the vast ocean of cyberspace. It will never be found. In fact, we will literally reach the heat death of the universe before we retrieve lost coins. That leaves 17 million Bitcoins for the entire human species to share.
Bitcoins are extracted from an ethereal mine in cyberspace in a process that requires a lot of energy and machinery. By 2140, when the last few Satoshis have been extracted from this digital mine, nearly 21 million Bitcoins will have been brought into existence. 213 million kilograms of gold have been mined throughout human history. If this stock of gold were evenly distributed across the world's population, each person would receive just 1 ounce. For comparison, a typical gold bar weighs approximately 400 ounces. The planet has 150 million square kilometers of land. If this land were evenly distributed, each person would get about 0.02 square kilometers, roughly the size of 2.5 soccer fields. Speaking of soccer, Sweden versus England 2012. Ibrahimovic's 30-yard bicycle kick is quite possibly the best goal you'll ever see. Gold and land are among the scarcest assets on the planet. However, Bitcoin is actually infinitely more scarce than both gold and land. Here's why. Land is relatively fixed, but not completely. We can always create more land by building in the oceans, underground, in the sky with skyscrapers, and even in space. And gold increases in supply by about 2% per year. Bitcoin, however, is fixed through absolute mathematical scarcity. It is, in other words, the scarcest asset that has ever existed. Nothing else comes close. Bitcoin is a hyper-scarce asset. Just 17 million coins for the entire world to share, forever. Imagine, all the people alive today, and all those who will ever exist, sharing just 17 million coins for all time. No asset, no form of money, has ever come close to being this scarce. Here's something that took me a while to understand. The number of Bitcoins doesn't really matter. There could be 21 coins or 21 quadrillion coins. What matters is that they're divisible so everyone can get a slice, and that the supply is fixed. The specific number isn't important. What truly matters is that the supply is fixed. This is what makes Bitcoin scarce. The number of coins is arbitrary. People haven't yet realized that we're about to exhaust the cheap and easily accessible Bitcoins, and no more will ever be produced. The supply squeeze is gradual, like squeezing toothpaste from a toothpaste tube. When there's no more toothpaste, well, I guess you can just buy more at the store. But when the Bitcoin mine in cyberspace is empty, there won't be any more Bitcoins, ever.
This is where I usually go to meditate. Oh my God, it's so bright, I should probably have done this later. So we have these 16 million Bitcoins to share amongst all of us, all 8 billion of us. So that leaves 0.002 Bitcoins per person if evenly distributed. And here's the interesting part. It hasn't yet dawned on humanity what it means to have money with a fixed supply. In fact, as a civilization, we are just in the early stages of understanding the implications of what it means to adopt Bitcoin as the new global monetary system. And here's what's truly important. Bitcoin is the only asset that has ever existed and ever will exist that leverages the discovery of absolute mathematical scarcity. Now, if you meditate on it, the fact that Bitcoin's supply is fixed and running out should give you some form of visual response, kind of like watching an hourglass counting down your time on this planet. The sooner you realize that Bitcoin is the scarcest asset to ever exist, and what it means for you and for society, the more grateful your future self will be.
Please like, subscribe, and share to help more people find the channel. Get your copy of Abundance Through Scarcity in the description below.